Okay. So let's go over some cards. I don't know what's in this. Um, I really don't know what's in the set, but we're gonna find out. All right. So 505 cards. Interesting. Let's start it up. Hold up. All right, so we have Breaker of Creation. This is an 8 mana 8/4. When you cast this spell, you gain 1 for each colorless permanent you control. Hexproof from each color. Annihilator 2. Okay, interesting. Draft Chaff. Devourer of Destiny. Now, this card I've seen quite a bit of from other streamers. 7 mana 6/6. You may reveal this from your opening hand. If you do at the beginning of your first upkeep, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may put one of those cards back on top, exile the rest. Now, that seems pretty fair. 7 mana is a lot, but it works with Eugene's Labyrinth, which is also a card that we're going to see later. I think this goes into like Tron, if anything. I really don't like the mid-range Eldrazi deck trying to play this. Like, you're just never casting it. We're gonna find out though. Okay, what else? We got Drown Yard Lurker, 7 drop. You can cycle it for 3. When you cast or cycle it, create an 0/1. Cool. This is a fun little card. Mono Blue Tron might like this just because it's card draw plus makes ramp, so that could be cool. Definitely Tron Masters. I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, first of all, how many cards are colorless? Looks like 17 simply just colorless cards. That seems like a lot. And then that's not even talking about the devoid cards, right? Like, there's a lot of support for Tron. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, as Tron gameplay is just generally less engaging if you're an opponent. So maybe this is trying to foreshadow some sort of future where we are living with a bunch of high mana cards that are all cheated into play. We'll see. And there's a few ways that you can do that. Treasure generation on spells is very important, and if you start lowering the cost of them, it's a lot. 48 postmasters. Oh no. It's all ogre. It's all Tron gaming in the end. The arrows the end is true. Now, I'm not sure what the future is, like how far they've looked for in terms of game design and game space and partnerships. I think what really matters is how well the Marvel standard set does next year when it comes out, and that will dictate a lot of the course of things. If it does well and it engages a younger population, then definitely we got a lot more to look forward to in terms of flashy creatures that we just cheat into play. Because everybody wants to do cool stuff, and why would you not want to do cool stuff with like some cool IPs? Give me that Star Wars set finally. But yeah, let's keep going. Echoes of Eternity. This is a 6 mana Kindred enchantment. Now that replaces Tribal as the word. Eldrazi. So, if a triggered ability of a color spell you control or another colorless permanent you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So we got Panharmonicon, and whenever you cast a color spell, copy it. You may choose new targets. Now that seems really freaking strong. I'm not sure how relevant it is, but as a card, when you're able to cheat your Devourer of Destinies, that seems pretty good. Also, I forgot to mention that when you cast a spell on the Devourer of Destiny, you exile target permanent that's 1 or more colors. That seems very good. I think that's why the Devourer of Destiny is like something worth to try and find a deck for, just because like a Spine of Ishan is really good on a creature that you're casting on turn 3 is really good. and it's like kind of fixed too. But I'd, Spine of Ishtar hits just permanent, so I don't know. Como se como sa. Eldrazi Ravager. This is a 6 mana, 6/6 Annihilator 1. You can sack 2 Eldrazi, return it from your graveyard to hand, you can cycle it. Interesting. This is a lot of keywords on a card. Very versatile. You're going to love this in draft formats. Emrakul, the World Anew. This is the mommy. We've seen her. She's a 12 drop. She's a 12/12. When you cast this, gain control of all creatures target player controls, and then it has flying and protection from spells and from permanents that were cast this turn. When it leaves the battlefield, sacrifice all creatures you control. Now, there's a lot of confusion on this from what I've heard from a few people. I do believe that we'll see if this is as good as as I thought it was. Anza thinks you only get protection from spells that were cast the turn that you cast the Emrakul, but I think it's worded in a way that you get protection from like spells that were cast the turn that they're cast. So you can't just like solitude it. You have to deal with it in another way with like something else, man. Anyway, Madness, pay 6. We have Glaring Fleshraker. Let me get a little more comfortable. Get my legs up here. Pikachu's getting more comfortable too. Glaring Fleshraker, 3 mana, 2/2. When you cast a colorless spell, create an 0/1 Eldrazi token that you can sack and add colorless. Whenever another colorless creature enters under your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. This card's insane. This card's really good. Coffee, hello. I've missed you as well. I don't have any coffee today, but I wish I did. Multiplicitous coffee today. Much love as well, Coffee. Thanks for showing up. I don't think any of my things are going to be working, so let me actually turn off. Hold up. Let me turn off the. Oh, anyway, I was saying my setup's really scuffed. Y'all couldn't hear that because I moved scenes and I don't have a microphone even set up on that one. Anyway, I'm holding a microphone. This is not my regular microphone. This is an old microphone that I had laying around the house that was USB because I don't have my Gold XLR set up. I have nothing. Feels bad, man. But anyway, I had to disable channel points. I don't want you guys using them when I don't have anything set up. So that's what's happening here. Anyway, welcome, friends. Hope you're ready for some very slow reading of every single card in this set so I can help make some informed decisions when I go to design some more decks. I already have one that I built that I was pretty happy with, just like the general theme of it. Let's go to my Mox field. This kitty cat deck is one that I'm excited for. I'll talk about it later after we go through the rest of the cards, if we can get through the rest of the cards, because I am gonna have to like sit here, munch a little bit on these pistachios or these Pokemon graham crackers that I have, drink a little bit of cranberry lime seltzer, you know how it is. Anyway, let's keep going. We have Harrogast, the Erupting Nullkite. Now, this is a 9-drop, 6/6 flyer. It has a merge for 8. 2 of them are red. When you cast a spell, you may exile your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. And each creature spell you cast has a merge. The merge cost is equal to its mana cost. So you can kind of like, if you get a Harrogast out, seems like you might be able to just start chain emerging through other things to maybe just do some really, really disgusting chains through your deck. Very cool card. Would love to see what happens with it. Next says It That Heralds the End. This is a 2-mana 2/2. Color spells you cast with mana, value 7 or greater, costs 1 less to cast, and other colorless creatures you control get +1/+1. Very reasonable lord. Welcome, Eldrazi Drone Lord. You've made it. Call Select the Broken Reality, 9 mana, 9/9, 9/9. When you cast a spell, up to 2 target players each manifest 2 cards from their hands. For each card manifested, you draw a card. So you can target your opponent, target yourself, draw 4, give them 2 2/2s, compared to your 5/4s, your 2 5/4s. Pretty interesting card. Don't think it's all that great. We'll see. Time will tell. It has no other text on it that's relevant. Calls Lex command. Yo, my stream is here. That's not the Steve I was expecting to show up, but I'm happy that you're here because it's that Steve. Yeah, it's that Steve, not the nerdy one. Thankfully, no, just kidding. I love TNS. Nothing wrong with them. How you doing? Welcome. Hi guys. Hope you're ready to hear me monotonely talk for 4 hours without gameplay on my single monitor on my 720p camera. I decided to put a shirt on so you guys are safe from that. I don't remember if male presenting nipples were bannable, so I was like, I don't even want to worry about it. So Kozlek's return. We got a Kindred instant. Eldrazi. Choose 2. Target player creates X01 Colorless Eldrazi spawn creature tokens with sacrifice this creature, add a colorless. Target player scries X, then draws a card. Exile target creature with mana value X or less, or exile up to X target cards from graveyards. Okay, so there's a lot going on with this card. It can do so much. The exile target creature with mana value X or less seems really good. Target player scries X, then draws a card, less relevant. I really like the target player creates X01s because you can do a ton with that. And then I guess the instant total graveyard hate, wasn't enough. So, null elemental blast, counter target multicolored, or destroy target color multicolored permanent. We have Null Drifter, 7 mana, 4/4. When you cast this spell, draw 2, Flying, Annihilator 1, and Evoke. Now, if you were to say, end of turn, cast Dress Down, go to your turn, evoke a Null Drifter, draw 2. And then you have a 4/4 flyer with Annihilator 1 for 3 mana. It's really good. Twisted Riddle Keeper. 8 mana, 5/5, emerge for 5, a colorless and a blue. When you cast this spell, tap up to 2 target permanents, put a stun counter on each of them, flying. Cool. Ulamog the Defiler, 10 mana, 7/7. When you cast a spell, target opponent exiles half their library, round it up, ward, sack 2 permanents. Ulamog the Defiler enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it, equal to the greatest mana value among cards in exile. And Ulamog has another X, where X is the number of +1/+1. Now, this piece of text here that gives it the +1/+1 counters doesn't have to be from the target opponent or their library. It could also be, say, yours. Maybe you pitch an Amaria's Call or something to a Solitude. Bam. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now you have an additional, 7/7 on it? That's cool. And it has an Annihilator 7? Cool. Alright, Warped Tusker. 7 mana, 6/8. Reach. When you cast or cycle it, and create an 0/1 with mana. Cool. Now they can sack for mana. Oh, nice. Wastegate Battle Mage. This is a 2 mana, 2/2 with Kicker, green and or blue, white, colorless. When you cast a spell, if it was kicked with its green kicker, exile target artifact or enchantment and opponent controls. And if it was kicked with blue kicker, return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. Yeah, this is a very fun card. It's just got a lot of text on it, so it has to be good, right? Airy Auxiliary. 4 mana, 3/3 ETBs, support 2. That's put 2+1, or put a +1/+1 counter on up to.